There we are. It is Sunday morning, the 28th of March. This will be the last, not the last. Going on a brief hiatus. Got a big move coming up next week, but I wanted to, didn't have no live feed or live stream this week. We're going to go ahead and knock out our March Madness bracket of the best female horror ladies, but we're gonna have to postpone that temporarily. I've got movers coming this week and packing up all my stuff, but I wanted to be able to get in and just talk to my two gals and talk about geeky, nerdy stuff. Um, it's not really comics and coffee. I had a Stromboli this morning and an energy drink. The dogs woke me up at 6, so a little different, but something that is constant and always stays the same. As always, to my right, your left, Allory's here. There she is. Can I hear you?
I hope so.
Yes, I can. All right. And to Allory's left, your right, watching, we've got Laura. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. See, I figured it out finally. If I go ahead and put the whatever picture I want on here first, I don't have to do all this whole rigmarole thing.
Ooh, nice.
But then, of course, the pictures aren't sized right, and then this looks terrible if I do this way. Well, I don't know. It's whatever. This week, like I said, we didn't do our scary movie ladies. What'd you guys do this week? I barely talked to you guys this week. It seems like maybe.
Yeah,
Oh shit, Laura's still muted. Oh, I'm sorry about that. There you go.
I had a lot of drama going on, so I didn't do much this week.
Let's hear it.
Well, I mean, it's like family stuff. Like we stayed at my grandma's, but we're back in the house now. But Friday, Tim and I got approved for a house. So
yay!
Yeah.
Let's go.
So we will also be in the process of moving. It's mostly packing up the books and the board games that I'm like, oh. So I told Tim we need to start packing up the books and just like twice a day, just as we're going downstairs.
Right.
We live upstairs right now. Just take a box down and put them in the garage because we would be dead because there are so many books.
I don't blame you. I kind of got it's like peak season for like the military to move. Always like the spring and the summer. It's like peak season. So like I got my orders approved to leave like last week, and then they were like, "Oh, because so many military people are moving right now, like we can pick up your stuff on Tuesday, or we can pick it up after you're supposed to already be there." I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna let you pick up my stuff when I'm not there."
Yeah.
So like they have to come pack my stuff like Tuesday, Wednesday, and like I'm not gonna live in an empty house. So like I'm gonna just tow Jenna's car, and we're gonna jump in the truck and just drive to freaking Oklahoma. And like I don't have an open house yet, so we're like we're gonna have to stay in lodging. So like it's gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah,
that sucks.
But we started yesterday. Like we went and tore the flower beds out of the backyard, tore the satellite dish out of the backyard, packed up her soap making stuff. 3 years now.
Okay.
Packed up Jen's soap making stuff because we knew they wouldn't pack it because of the chemicals in the lye and stuff. We're gonna do upstairs today. Take all the shit off the walls, pack up all the statues and shit, put them back in their boxes, TVs and things like that. It's a fucking nightmare. And then driving like 18 hours.
Yeah.
With like Jen, Aubrey, 2 dogs, 2 cats.
Have you ever even been to Oklahoma?
I've been there twice for like training and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to go to Oklahoma. I'll just tell you that much. I don't want to go to Oklahoma.
One state I don't feel like I need to visit.
No, like I was there for a school once, and like I had to do a PT test, but it was like January, and like the wind chill and the wind in Oklahoma is fucking insane. Like I did a PT test, it was -11 with the wind chill. It was terrible. It was fucking terrible. Like I don't know if like Jen or my pets are gonna survive that shit. Like I'm gonna go out one day and like the dog's gonna be frozen in the backyard or something.
Isn't it like part of Tornado Alley too?
You're absolutely correct.
Got all the worst things.
It is. Like it's a job that I need for my career. Like I'm gonna go be a like when like soldiers go to basic training, they all do the same kind of basic training, right? But then once they're done with basic training, they go to AIT, which is like advanced individual. They actually learn their actual jobs they signed up for. So I'm gonna be an instructor there, but like I don't know. I don't have patience for like kids nowadays. But I need to do this for my career. Like it just puts me on my path. I'm just not jazzed for it at all. So you said you had family drama and now you're back in the house.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically,
Don't ask her to blast her personal life all over the internet.
I mean,
Girl,
I don't care.
Go ahead.
No, my dad has had some mental health and substance abuse problems. So
Oh shit.
the
I'm so sorry to hear
entire
that.
family,
Yeah.
like me and my brother and Tim and my mom, stayed at my grandma's for a couple of days, but we got him into a facility. So
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's good. I really like your dad. I always really liked your dad.
yeah, a lot of people do, which is why we had a lot of trouble convincing people like this is really happening. Like,
Yeah.
I
most people were
understand.
like, nah.
You know, I have a lot of experience in that family matter, so I'm glad you were able to get him in somewhere.
I always remember like my senior year or our senior year of high school. Like your dad was like my biggest supporter on like Channel 15.
He hasn't actually been doing that this year, but yeah, he's
Oh,
always,
really?
that's how people always know. Like, and a lot of my students who even go to Miller, they're like, doesn't your dad do the commentary for Channel 15? Because like he's always like, and he'll just give them dumb nicknames. Like he loves to give people nicknames.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like, I don't know why he calls me this, but
Oh, all right. Well, so you've had a pretty eventful week. I'd have to agree. Yeah.
yes.
What about you, Laura?
Well, I'm not moving anywhere anytime
Good.
soon. But we did start the process of remodeling a room upstairs. We're gonna, like, our upstairs is basically completely gutted.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna turn the big room right above where I'm sitting now into our bedroom. So that's pretty exciting.
Dope.
I had my family drama. I found out that my mom's actually been pissed at me since February, and I'm still trying to figure out the reason, but it's
Okay.
actually
There's
been pretty
nothing more
enjoyable.
effective than being mad at someone who doesn't know you're mad at them.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
my
that'll
aunt
show
called me
her.
the other day, and then yesterday she texted me and was like, "Well, I finally told your mom I'm talking to you again." And I was like, "I didn't know that we're like in high school and you're talking to somebody's ex-friend and you had to break it to them." Like, that's cool. So
I don't even know why she's mad. She's like that bitch won't budge.
she's like, "Oh, she's mad at you for this." And I was like, I just was cool without getting somebody calling me asking me for things.
Yeah.
There's something.
So
No, Monday. Obviously, I had my birthday. I had a good birthday. Thank you very, very much again.
Yeah, thanks for making me look like shit, Laura. You could have given me a head up that you were going to get him something.
sorry, I'm just the best gift giver in the world. It's my only skill.
That was awesome, of course. I tell you what else was dope was, I mean, this is how
All the stuff
lame
you
my life.
bought yourself.
True. I've been, well, I feel it's so hard because like I know I'm like I really really enjoy my comic book shop, and like I was there the day he opened.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, dude, I gotta stick with you. And I'm like, hey man, like, yeah, I'm leaving. You just ship my books for me. He's like, oh, dude, no problem. I was like, well, dude, let me make it rain in here a little bit, you know. So no, I was going to work and I was gonna get an energy drink before I go to work on it was like Monday. And I was like at the register. And like, you get a Walmart, you see like the little, I don't know if you guys are energy drink drinkers. I shouldn't be. I need to stop. It's like my heart's gonna give out eventually. But
I don't even drink coffee.
I need to start drinking more coffee. It just kickstarts my colon in the morning too quickly. And then
I don't drink it.
Military bathrooms are never clean. So I walk up there and you see at Walmart, you see like oh, here's like a 6-pack Red Bull, but they're like the little baby cans. Like I don't want that. And I saw they had like a no shit, like they're being progressive. Like they had like a legit like case of Pepsi of energy drink cans or like of energy drinks. It's like, yo, are those full size? I was like, damn. So I grabbed one. I went to the register. I put it on the register, and the lady's like, She's like, so you're the first one. I'm like, what? She's like, you're the first one that bought this. I was like, oh, okay. And she like reaches underneath the cabinet, and she gives me like this giant can thing. She's like, it's a coffee cup lid, and also you can put this rubber piece on there, put your energy drinks in there, keep it cool. She's like, there you go, baby. I was like, oh, fuck yeah. I was like,
Love that.
I was pretty pumped.
Love that journey for you.
But yeah, like I said, I got a bunch of shitload of books, but of course I'm getting books that like I already have. I just wanted to upgrade like I had that I have like 3 copies of V for Vendetta, but I like upgraded it, which is great because like when I hit 100 followers on the page, I did a giveaway, and that's nice for me to like just clear out some of my old other versions of books I have. So I have like 3 copies of shit.
Yeah.
Obviously my birthday. Busy clearing the installation this week, and I had to put together a video for the ball, which why we couldn't do anything Wednesday. No, we didn't even go to the ball this year because I knew I was about to move. Other than that, pretty lame, pretty boring. I did. Who's watched what?
I've only watched the first episode.
I watched
Okay.
the episode.
I watched the first episode when it dropped, and we ordered strombolis and garlic knots last night, and I watched the second one. Guys, I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it.
First episode.
Not feeling it.
I don't really remember anything about the first episode, and it's only been a week.
Again, I think the only thing I liked about the first episode is the recovering and the repentance of Bucky, but that's really it. So, Bucky's going through all the stages of forgiving and telling people they're sorry for the crimes that he committed when he was the Winter Soldier. I'm cool with all that. It definitely has that heartfelt, that very heavy heartness when you see that he's friends with the older Asian man, because obviously he killed his son, correct?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I like that. That's something that gives you some substance to the show. Everything else, I just don't give a shit about. Like I said, be honest. If they're Falcon and the sister are going back and forth about selling the family boat because they need money, like, dude, the bank won't approve you for a loan. Go to Pepper Potts. I'm sure she'll front you some money.
Did you see that Tony Stark was trending on the internet after that because people were so mad? They're like, why didn't Tony pay them? He's not even around.
Well, again, and then we turn around and you look back at Captain America Civil War, they wouldn't sign the Sokovian Accords, which would have given them compensation, but also would have they would have been under the thumb of the government. You know what I mean? They'd been told who to fight, when to fight, and all this and that, and what reason. But like I said, I mean, you both were there fighting along with Tony and the Avengers against Thanos after the blip and all that. Like, just go ask old girl for a loan. Like, is she going to tell you no? Like, whatever. I mean, it's just like you read comic books, like, oh, like, how is he fighting with the Avengers here? But he's got his own solo book doing this thing on Asgard here, I guess it's just nitpicking or splitting hairs.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm not feeling it just yet. I did watch the second episode. I'm not going to spoil it. Well, okay, I'm not going to scroll through these next couple pictures if you guys haven't watched the episode.
I mean, I don't
want to spoil it, but like, you guys already know that they showed Wyatt Russell, of course, yes, Kurt Russell's son. He is John Walker. He is the new Captain America. In the books, in the comics, he is John Walker. He was once referenced as the Super Patriot. He was once referenced as U.S. Agent. I'll give you a little insight to the comics. The thing about U.S. Agent, he is essentially the Captain America that America wanted if he were to sign the Sokovian Accords.
Sokovian.
Yes, and I'm not going to spoil it. He said, I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm going to spoil it. But in the comics, he creates just like 2, 3, or 4 acts of domestic terrorism, and then he causes them. Then he swoops in under the radar and like thwarts it all and solves the problem, and he looks great in the limelight. Like that's his thing.
Like an actual like diagnosis for people who do that.
I'm sure there is.
Like doctors and nurses who will like put patients in jeopardy to save them.
It's like, what's the one, like Munchausen by proxy syndrome?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, that's
keeping them kind of, you're keeping like them sick or ill just to take care of them, or them to be dependent upon you, right? But no, the thing is, I really like, me and my wife both like Wyatt Russell. Have either of you seen the movie Overlord?
No.
So, give you some insight.
Honestly, I will say that, like, based on this picture, he looks much more like a human. And at the end, when they show him in that helmet, his head looks like it's 3 inches tall. And I've never seen anyone look so stupid in my life.
Yeah, we saw it. Like, I see all the memes. Like, he looks like the old dude from Up.
Yeah,
like, he does, and he's got like the squishy face in the helmet. He's like, like this. I'm like, ugh, that's fucking terrible.
Yeah, and we thought, like, Tim and I honestly just thought he was going to be like a propaganda thing, like make people think that there's a Captain America, basically, like just a picture of a guy.
True. Mom's here on lunch break. Thanks, Mom. As always, thank you, Mother. That's mainly towards children. Yes, we're talking Munchausen by proxy syndrome. No, I do like Wyatt Russell. Give you some insight. He was in a movie that I really enjoyed. What are you doing, Kat? It's called Overlord. I think it's free on Amazon or Hulu, one of the sorts. It's like World War II, and there's like crazy Nazi zombies, right?
Oh, Nazi zombies, those get you.
Right, but of course,
based on a video game?
No, but it's definitely a genre that's played a lot in video games, like Call of Duty and things like that. But he's in the movie. But of course, it's a movie that came out of nowhere because it was made by J.J. Abrams. Give you insight on J.J. Abrams. You all know J.J. Abrams, Star Trek, did some Star Wars. He Cloverfield Lane. But he does these big budget pictures. He does his Star Wars, his Star Treks to fund his smaller projects like the Cloverfield movies and this. Like these are his own projects under his Bad Robot production company. But this movie was really, really good. Overlord, it's free on something, I guarantee it. But Wyatt Russell was in it, and he was really, really good. And of course, we did some deep diving, and we found out that he's Kurt Russell's son, Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn's son. And we're like, oh, that's dope. And
Goldie Hawn.
Everyone does. Especially those two in the Christmas movie they're in, the Santa Claus movie or whatever. I can't remember. Aubrey's seen them. But no, they're talking about, I don't mean to get off track.
Are we on a track?
I know.
Are we on any kind of track right now?
They talked about, I don't know if you guys have seen the Kurt Russell classic Escape from New York. So it's like this dystopian world and like overboard.
That one's with Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have seen.
Classic.
I have seen that.
And okay, perfect. And Goldie Hawn's son was an Overlord. Full circle. Yeah, like the Escape from New York. John Carpenter did it. He did the, obviously know John Carpenter did the Halloween movies and this and that, but he did Escape from New York. And of course, everyone's like tracked and they're prisoners and they're trying to get out of off the island in New York. And they did Escape from LA, which wasn't as good. Of course, my mother knows them. Kurt Russell's name was Snake Plissken. in the movie. Yeah, his name was Snake. Let's be honest. That's pretty dope. But they're talking about John Carpenter finally doing his last one of these escape movies. They wanted to do it Escape from Earth. Like the Earth is going to be destroyed and they're going to Mars. And that's like Kurt Russell handing the mantle over to his son. And they're like, oh, his son's going to be Norman Reedus. I'm like, why not his real son? Like, he's starting to get big. Like, even if his character, for me, his character is so goddamn unlikable in this show, and I'm sure he's meant to be. Like, why not his own son? Because he has a couple shows under his belt too. He did a show on AMC called like Lodge 49.
Oh,
where
I
he's
did
like
see some of that.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it. And no, I'm down. And like I said, I didn't know if you guys have seen you guys, I'm not going to spoil this because you guys haven't seen episode 2. You guys haven't watched Invincible either, I take it?
Nope.
It is
I
on
don't watch
Prime.
things until you text me and tell me to watch them.
And if you think about it, he looked like Snake from Metal Gear. Yes, Kurt Russell looked like Snake from Metal Gear Solid video game series in Escape from New York. Absolutely. I'll tell you what, Invincible will... Is that noise? Can you guys hear that, or is that just me?
I don't hear anything.
Okay. Just me. Early set Alzheimer's. Invincible is on Amazon Prime. If free, if you have Amazon Prime, same network that brought you The Boys. Mind you, this is a superhero show, but it is I can hear that. See, Brian heard it too.
What is it?
Is it my cat that's running around?
No, it was like a I don't know. And it might be my mic, my table and my microphone. So it is a superhero story, but it is a superhero story not by the big two, not by DC, not by Marvel. It was by Robert Kirkman. Yes, the Robert Kirkman who did The Walking Dead.
Which, did you know that show's still on?
Fucking blows my mind that show's still on.
I just saw like an ad for the new season starting, and I was like, "Excuse me."
Well, they have like 2 shows now. They have like The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead now.
Yeah, I've only seen the first episode of Fear the Walking Dead.
I couldn't do it after like the first couple seasons. I'm like, this is just too slow for me. But Robert Kirkman as well, he did Invincible, a superhero comic, but not by the big two, and it actually was the longest running superhero comic, not by the big two. It went for 144 issues on Image Comics. And this superhero story had to be on Image Comics because it is a brutal show. Or I'm sorry, it is a brutal comic book. You get young son Mark Grayson you see there, and his dad. His dad is Omni-Man, the greatest superhero of all time. But of course, he comes from a different planet. And of course, being his son, he has his bloodline. And once he becomes a teenager, he should start getting his powers any day now. And Mark's 18th birthday comes. He finally gets his powers. Mind you, there's also like a makeshift Justice League in this world. And it's a pretty slow first episode, I'm not going to lie. But the credits hit at the end of the first episode. And then you see the brutality of all of it, and all hell breaks loose. And I'm talking, from me, some of the most brutal animated shit I've ever seen. And like the post credits of this first episode. And mind you, they dropped the first 3 episodes on Amazon Prime free already. So I'm pretty pumped about it.
Yeah, I'm really skeptical about just animated series in general.
Right.
In general, especially ones targeted for adults. Like, probably because most of the ones growing up I hated. Like, I hate The Simpsons. I hated King of the Hill. I don't like Archer. Like, I didn't like any of them.
I love Archer.
I honestly have only seen like maybe 5 minutes of an episode, and I was like, nah, and I turned it. But
So good.
like, I didn't want to watch Harley Quinn, but ended up loving it, obviously. But so I'm like, I just have always been very skeptical of like animated shows for adults.
Yeah. If you were interested in reading, or if anyone is interested in reading them, They are always in print because they're Image Comics. They are very easily, they're very easy to get your hands on. They come in these kind of big Ultimate collections. This is only $25 on Amazon. And
I feel like I have a trade paperback somewhere that I got in a mystery long box thing.
Nah.
But I'll have to look and check. But I because I know as soon as you said the name I recognized it, and I recognized I could picture that yellow writing, so I feel like I have to have it somewhere.
Yeah, like I said, Robert Kirkman did it, and they come in these huge, big volumes, and these volumes are very price friendly. Like I said, they're like $25. Other sites you can get as low as 20. They're pretty big, and like I said, he got 144 issues of them. There are 12 of these Ultimate collections, and then they have 3 of the big old compendiums like Saga, that big Saga compendium. They have 3 of those. So, but no, this show. Just this book, this series is haggard and hardcore, and the show pulls absolutely freaking no punches. And let me show. I will just go. Of course, you can't freaking read that. I found a Casper comic book the other day. Hell yeah, Mom. I think that's my mic making that noise. I find a way that I can actually show you all this. That works a little bit better. So the mother is Sandra Oh, obviously Grey's Anatomy, Killing Eve. The dad is J.K. Simmons. The main character, Mark himself, is Stephen Ewan from The Walking Dead again. Zazie Beetz is in it. Walter Goggins from The Righteous Gemstones and Vice Principals and all those funny things on HBO. Gillian Jacobs from Community. She's one of the big characters from the show. Yep, Britta from Community.
She's the
worst. We actually put that on. It's on Netflix now. We put it on an episode on the other day where we were just sitting eating lunch. Jason Mantzoukas. Hard to pronounce his name, but he was always in The League and he was in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's hilarious.
He is.
Zachary Quinto is in it. Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker himself's in it. Seth Rogen has a big part in this show. Mae Whitman, she's in it. I always loved her from.
Love her so much.
What do you love her from?
Arrested Development, Good Girls, Parenthood. She was in a bajillion things as a child actress.
So my two, she kind of has that Tim Curry effect to me. Like, what do you like her from? And let me judge you on what you like her from. I always go to one. She's one of the evil exes from Scott Pilgrim.
Oh yeah.
And she was the president's daughter in Independence Day. And
I don't remember enough about Independence
Day. No, me either.
This terrible joke that Jen and I always say is this one scene in the movie when the president does find his wife and she goes into surgery. She's like internal bleeding and she dies. Like right before the big alien battle at the end. She goes out to the daughter. The president goes out to his daughter, young Mae Whitman. And they sit down there and he's like lets out that long breath. And Mae Whitman looks up to him and she's like, "Is mommy sleeping?" And then he just grabs her hand and he goes, "Yeah, mommy's sleeping." We're terrible people. And Jen and I do that all the time. We're every time someone dies in TV or the dogs are sleeping, we're like, "Yeah, Lucky's sleeping." Or something like that. We're just shit people. What else we got here? We've got Clancy Brown. He's in the show. Nicole Byer. She's in the show. Jeffrey Donovan from Suits and that second Blair Witch movie. He's in there. Mahershala Ali, the Oscar winner Mahershala Ali, is in this.
You skipped right over Jonathan Groff, which is honestly all you had to do to sell me on this show is to say the words Jonathan Groff.
You're absolutely right. the star of Netflix Mindhunter.
Of my heart.
my heart and soul.
My heart.
Which Allory needs to still watch, the star of Mindhunter, Jonathan Groff. Mahershala Ali, who will be Marvel's Blade in the future, multiple Oscar winner. John Hamm is in this show. Ezra Miller is in this show.
Love him.
Digimon Husum is in this show. He's in Guardians of the Galaxy, Blood Diamond, a bunch of other things. Chad Coleman is in the show from The Walking Dead. Lenny James is in the show from The Walking Dead. A bunch of people from The Walking Dead are in this show.
Lauren Cohan.
Lauren Cohen, the creator, the Justin Rowland that does all the voices for Rick and Morty. He's in this show. Huge cast on it.
I hate Rick and Morty.
Wow.
Listen, so my specific reasoning is because Tim really likes it. We watched like 3 episodes of season 1 or something. And Rick never stopped saying Morty. In every single sentence, he would say the name Morty, and I wanted to decapitate myself. And I couldn't do it after that.
Allory Here's More. Mindhunter is a great series.
I've watched the first episode, and I just couldn't.
Mindhunter is the best.
Mindhunter's great.
I don't like to sit down and watch shows that I can't do other things at the same time.
I feel that.
That's why I just rewatch shows that I've already seen, or I watch shows that I can just like zone out while I'm doing like and be on my phone or on my computer or working or something.
Yeah, I feel that. Jen does a lot of sewing and knitting.
Too harshly.
Yeah. Those are really the big nerd news that came out this week. I really don't think a whole lot else came out. A lot of big
Red Band
news,
trailer
really.
that I haven't watched yet.
And of course, you haven't watched it yet.
No, I was waiting to watch it with Tim, and I haven't. Like, he's been working, and then we had my niece and nephew yesterday, so I haven't been able to watch it with them yet. So is it not a sequel?
I don't believe so.
Okay, because the only one I saw was Harley, who was in the first one.
I'm sure they might even acknowledge some acts of the first one, but I think this is like a soft reboot.
Okay.
I think it is.
That's why I was confused about the name, because there was no like subtitle. Like,
right. I would say that watch it on like your television because it is funny. Music's great. Of course, it's James Gunn. He has great taste in music. Obviously, the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Yeah.
They're remaking The Exorcist. What?
Why?
Why would they do that?
I'm always down for a remake.
Oh,
I love to see things remade, even if they're terrible. Like, if it's a horror movie, honestly,
is Linda Blair going to show back up in it?
I love to watch terrible horror movies.
Right. Well, Linda Blair at least needs to show up in it somewhere. She's like the old wise woman somewhere in that.
She could just like green screen herself as the puddle of pee on the floor.
She'll be like the woman out on the street corner that like gives her like the omnibus message. She's like, "Hey, exorcists ain't no joke," and it just like drifts away. Like, I know. I don't know about that, man. I don't know. I say leave that. I say leave The Exorcist alone. It's a remake of the original. I tell you what. Obviously, I love the original. Don't care for the second or the third one, but the third one has like you guys have that one scene in a movie that no matter what, how many times you see it, it still scares you.
The ending scene of Sleepaway Camp.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
Her face still, like, there are still moments.
She's like,
when I'll like that face will pop into my head. And I'll like wake up like, oh god, like
who's that?
Drifting asleep, and you think you like, you know that feeling where you think you're falling. Like, instead of that feeling, it's that face in my fucking head. Still, after like 20 years.
Brian knows exactly the scene I'm talking about. Yes, I am talking about the nurse scene in the third Exorcist. Mind you, it wasn't a great movie. The third one's gold.
I haven't seen the second or third.
Don't waste your time unless you really want to.
Can I just look up the nurse scene? Will I understand if I just like look it up on YouTube?
You know what? I can look it up on YouTube. And I can show you because there are new updates on this, and I can actually show YouTube videos on here now.
Oh, look at you.
A message this morning. Nurse scene, Exorcist 3. Boom.
Can you show Angela Baker's face?
after this one.
I honestly,
I don't know. That
it gives me. I
depends
love
how
to
much you
look at
can.
it.
It depends how much you can get away with on YouTube. How much they actually show. Like how far out are they going to zoom in on that scene? Here it is. Hold on.
PSA: if you haven't seen
Copy.
Sleepaway Camp, go watch it because it's a classic. And
I haven't seen it in years.
Oh my god, I love it so much.
YouTube, copy, Control V. There we go. There it is. All right. So we're gonna pull up. Let's hide you. Let's show you in the stream. There we are. Do I have sound? Here we go. I have sound. It's only minutes. Don't worry. I didn't put a long one on here. So you see the nurse leave. You see the cop in the back open the door and tell the other cop to come on in. Yo, this scares the shit out of me every time. I try to be quiet.
Is it a jump scare?
It's gonna be a jump scare.
I'm already nervous.
Every time that shit gets me.
Love that.
Every time that shit gets me, yo. Oh. Yeah, I'm fucking. He didn't like it either.
Thor does not approve.
Remove. Actually, you know what? No one's on here getting their nerd news. Let's see. Sleepaway Camp. Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah.
Face. Yeah, the way she keeps that face, man.
I hate it.
Yeah.
No,
How about the dude that they throw that big boiling pot on that one dude in the movie? Fuck that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here we go. And upload. There it is. What? Okay, hold on. That face is so fucking creepy.
I hate it so much.
That face is so fucking creepy. Here we go. And I'm telling you.
She just stands like that for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, she does.
Oh my god, I hate it.
The best part is she locks the door and the nurse busts out like gangbusters. Yeah, she does, man. And that fucking noise hits, man. That fucking scared the shit out of me when I was younger. Don't fucking play that, man. Yeah, let's get Angela off here. It scares the shit out of me. What else? No, yeah, that fucking it comes out. What were we talking about? Okay, Brian brought up The Exorcist. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Don't reboot the fucking Exorcist. Mind you, I get like you want to reboot stuff. I was down, like, and of course we're a group of us that have all just recently watched the reboot of the Wrong Turn and loved it. But
I loved
don't reboot that.
So they did a reboot of, and it wasn't like it was like a continuation kind of The Craft. Going in very skeptical, loved it. It was so well done.
Ew.
I haven't watched it. I'm so afraid to.
I loved it.
I love the original. It's like one of
my favorite movies. I did not like it.
Oh, I love The Craft.
I do not know why. It was Jennifer Connelly and David Duchovny signed on for that shit. Come on. I don't
think you're thinking of the same thing.
The new Craft, the Legacy movie.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant the original one. I was like, they were not.
No. The original one, I enjoyed the original one. No problem. The remake.
I haven't watched it. I can't bring myself to. Ugh. And I'm getting really mixed reviews from the two of you.
Yeah. My horror hound of a friend, Brian, they're going to remake Nightmare on Elm Street again.
Now that shit I'll watch. I will watch every reiteration of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Was there a
Oh,
first remaking?
I know what I gotta talk about.
Is it about Spiral, the continuation of Saw with Chris Rock?
This is even better.
Ew.
Even better. Even better. Because Jen and I were in bed. We were watching the UFC fight last night. And I
Romantic.
read a post. I know, right? um, oh, it was awesome because it was a man who was from Africa. He used to work in a salt mine. He escaped 6 times trying to get across the ocean to get to America. He was detained 3 times. He's incarcerated for over 3 years, and he came in and won the UFC heavyweight title. It was awesome, really awesome story.
Yeah.
But let me read you this, which has me super fucking jazzed because it's my favorite. Not my favorite horror movie, my favorite horror franchise. I will read you. Both Matt and Tyler are the 2 gentlemen who made Ready or Not. Let's follow this up. The original producer is still on the franchise, but he brought these 2 young gentlemen in. Ngannou, yes, Francis Ngannou was his name, new heavyweight champion of the world. He brought in Matt and Tyler to do the soft. I'm sorry, it's not a reboot. It's a resetting with this. The previous characters are still in it, but they're telling a new story. We're talking, it is not Scream 5, it is Scream. Okay? And let me tell you what happened last night. Because
I
mind
will
you,
watch anything that they put the words Scream on.
yes, and I enjoyed the show as well.
Fully.
So,
yes, I loved the show.
You got to remember at the same time that Scream 4 was made in 2011 under the same company, the Weinstein Company.
And
mind you,
masterpiece.
The Weinstein Company is no more. They are under a new production company for the first time. What? So let me read you what happened last night. So Matt and Tyler, the guys who did Ready or Not, screened their first rough cut to the studio last night, and there were 25 people in the rooms. And this is an anonymous person that posted this. It's all over Instagram. It's all over Reddit. I am not risking doxing myself, so please do not ask me the who, what, when, where, why, how. This movie is very fucking good, even though it is still work to be done. More edits, ADR, grading, etc. The studio notes were extremely minor, and there will not be any reshoots. There are fantastic kills, 2 particularly unnerving chase sequences, really strong characters. There's one bait and switch scene that I heard multiple people gasp in the theater, myself included. Ghostface is a menacing and stealthy, but also very, very brash killer. The whodunit element is played to perfection, and this is an absolutely great movie. And do you guys hear that again?
I hear that this time.
I heard that, yeah.
Ghostface is menacing and stealthy and very, very brash. The whodunit element is played to absolute perfection, and this is a great movie. The meta lens is quite unique and very fun. There are some great commentary on the gender roles played in this film. This film is deserving of the Wes Anderson legacy. The OGs have purpose in this movie, but are also great world building for room for sequels and new characters. Next page. This is probably going to sound stupid, but I almost feel the same way as I did after watching Parasite. It has fueled my expectations and has completely subverted all of them. This really has the potential to be the catalyst for the reboot slasher and can totally reboot the slasher genre in the 2020 era, just as the original did in 1996. It's innovative and will have people talking. And also I will say that 95% of the spoilers that are circulating over the web are bullshit. And they have a quote at the end of it saying, "When are you fuckers going to learn? This is my story and I make the fucking rules," which I assume is probably something that Ghostface says to someone as he kills. I'm fucking in.
Yes. So this is
I am in.
one that they've been saying all the original cast members are coming back. They're not doing that and
yes.
Okay.
This is it.
The internet really wants Dewey to be the Ghostface this time.
So that fueled Jen and I to go look up the fourth one. And of course, it wasn't on any streaming platform last night. I wasn't going to dig through all of our Blu-rays to find it. So we went to HBO Max and like, well, we recently watched the first one. We watched the second one. But I forgot all about that. I'm pumped. My dude, Brian, Wes Craven is the man. Of course, Wes Craven is the man. Ohio native. Stand up. Aliens. Dude. They've got to pull their head out of their ass before they do another Aliens movie, man. They got to figure something out. It's not working for me.
Resurrection.
After the second one, I couldn't enjoy any of them. No. So let's talk about the cast of. Mind you, this movie is done filming. This movie finished filming in November. They really, really want this movie. What up, squad? They really want this movie to come out in theaters, which again, being the movie buff I am, I don't give a shit if I watch another movie in theaters ever again. Now that this COVID era is here, like I don't give a shit. I've got enough big TV and sound. I'm fine.
Same.
Let's talk about the cast. Gail Weathers is back. Courtney Cox. She's no longer married to David Arquette. Neve Campbell, Sidney Prescott is back.
The Queen.
David Arquette, Dewey Riley is back. And I totally didn't like her at all, but Marley Shelton, Deputy Judy from the last movie, 4, she is back. Yeah, didn't give a shit.
She was funny though.
She was funny. She was funny because like she was supposed to be like cheeky funny. Like at the very end, she's like, "Wear the vest, save your chest." Like did that shit. Like, oh, okay, I get it. But there are some newcomers that I'm excited for. The biggest one, I don't know if either of you have watched The Boys. He was also Marvel in the Hunger Games movies. Jack Quaid is the big newcomer to the cast this year, or this movie. I'm excited for that. This young lady, Jenny Ortega.
I like her.
Okay, Jenny Ortega is supposedly the big cast, so that no one will say who she is. So she might be your young new Sidney Prescott, or your young new final girl.
Oh, I really like. I had to look her up, but I really like her.
Yeah, I've seen her in some other stuff too, but I know her mostly as young Jane and Jane the Virgin.
Yeah.
Yes, and what's the other big one? Let me find it.
Doing this young cast leaves a lot of potential for growth, though. I love that.
Exactly. So.
Oh my God, my pet me up a wall today.
Dylan Minnette. He's like a little young heartthrob. He has been.
I love him. He has been cast. Reasons why.
There it is. He is in this movie. So the synopsis going around the internet in this movie.
He has a really good indie band too called Wallows that everyone should listen to because I love them.
I hear him on Alt Nation all the time.
Yeah, that's his name.
The new small synopsis for this iteration is the new installment of the Scream horror franchise will follow a young woman returning to her hometown to find out who's been committing a series of vicious crimes. So let's think about this, because Jen and I were sitting here talking about, because we just got all hyped last night when I found this post on Instagram. Every movie, you always have first movie, you have Drew Barrymore opening up. You know, she gets fucked with by Ghostface. She gets killed. Second movie, you got Jada Pinkett and her boyfriend there. They get murdered in the very beginning. Third one, you get Cotton Weary and his wife get murdered in their apartment, right? And in the fourth movie, you get the 3 psych outs, and then Sookie from goddamn True Blood kills her best friend, right?
No, she's another one of the psych outs, isn't she? Yeah, it's Amy Teagarden and I can't remember the other girl, but they're the real ones. They're the high school.
Right. So they bring it on, right? So you come to know that our generation, we turn a Scream movie on, we see the beginning, like, okay, we know what's going to happen. If Daddy's the director of this movie, how do I start this movie? Tell me.
I can't get past you referring to yourself as Daddy.
I was like, we're not going to
I
address
have not
that.
emotionally recovered from that yet.
The way we
I'll see you
start
in
this movie.
45.
Wow, everybody's uncomfortable, Chris. Way to go.
So everybody that sits their butts in the seats in a movie theater, they know they're watching a Scream movie. They know what the first thing's going to happen. They know the first thing is some sequence in which someone is going to be killed, and that's going to be the catalyst for the movie. What do? I start the movie. You get Scream. Black screen comes off, and who is it? Start with Sydney. Give them the fake out. Kill her or don't kill her. That's fine.
I don't know if that's a thing I don't know if I would ever be okay with Sydney dying.
I understand that. I absolutely understand that. But
I think that's his point.
But that's my point. You can do it, or you could don't, and there's your fake out,
Or
there's
you
your big whole own it, and there's your crazy catalyst of all this. Or do it even better. What you don't expect, start the movie on Gale Weathers. And Gale gets it right in the beginning, and that sets the tone for the rest of the movie. Like, holy shit. Or
don't it?
You start these killings in this movie, and they're trying to figure out who this killer is, but everything points back to Sydney. Because you got to do something
There's
new. You got a
enough
new production
drama
coming.
there that I would buy it.
I'm so down with it. Like, and reading that, I'm pumped because, like I said, 96 Scream just redid the genre, and I love all of them except for the third one, like the brother at the end, whatever.
It's still watchable.
It is. And I didn't think I thought at points they went a little Allory, it's up your alley. They went a little bit too teeny with it, but I still dug all of it.
For the fourth one.
Yeah, the fourth one.
Yeah, the fourth one, honestly, it's first 4. That's my ranking. Like a very close thing. I love the fourth one.
I go 1, 4, 2, 3.
That's yeah.
But no, I'm extremely pumped for this movie, and the fact that got dropped last night. Let's go. And again, I like the series too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know how I woke up this morning and forgot about that. But yeah, we were all kinds of pumped. We watched all of Scream 2 last night. It was like 2:30 we went to sleep. But no, don't touch The Exorcist, Brian. Don't jump on that bandwagon. Start with Ghostface on the phone with Sydney, but it's from his perspective, just starting the torment.
Ooh, that's a take.
I like it. I like it. No, because like I said, you could. We sit here and talk about there's 2 no-nos in this franchise, but I think that in my personal opinion, there's only 1 no-no in this. We think the 2 no-nos are, hey, 1, Sydney can't die, and 2, Sydney can't be the killer. I think the only no-no for me is Sydney can't be the killer.
Yeah.
It's 2021. Like, if she dies, like, if we're going to really hammer this home and put so much weight and emphasis on how dire this series could be, like, no one's safe. Sydney is Sydney. Like, she always survives it, and she has to try to stop it, right? Yeah. So it always points to her. Yeah. If they're this new young group who, again, we started it with the fourth one, they're live streaming these killings and these murders and this and that, but these young kids who can use the technology that's given to them now, help out and bring new perspectives to Gale Weathers or Dewey or Sydney or whoever the sort, Deputy Judy, if you would. I'm down with anything. Like, but I am the release date on this movie, because again, they do want this in a theater, is the 14th of January 2022. And that kind of sucks. But again, I hope that we do continue on this same day streaming or availability to buy same day. I'll buy it. I'll spend my $25 on it the night it drops. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She knows too much. She's always around when someone's getting killed. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. If we find a way to finally take Sydney out of the victim role and put her in the suspect role, it's something that's never been done. Chapter 3 is coming out as well or not? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I wasn't too keen on the second one. I really enjoyed Bill Hader. I thought Bill Hader killed it.
Bill Hader and everything he does. He's my number one male celebrity crush. Let me tell you, I love that man.
I really enjoyed it. I thought he shined.
Attractive.
I thought he shined in that movie. But again, at the same time, it was like, we did go to the theaters and watch that one. And like, they just like, honestly, they just like clown shamed him at the end. Like, stupid clown. You're a clown. It's the 21st century. You're a clown. Dumb clown. He's like, no! I was like, oh, come on.
I think it was a little drawn out.
Yeah.
Clown shame.
They did. They just clown shamed him at the end. And of course,
Chris is out here cancel culturing clowns.
You know,
I think they've been canceled since John Wayne Gacy, honestly.
Pretty much.
Yeah. They try to make a comeback. No, it's not a thing. What else? Suicide Squad trailer's out. Like I said, it is a red band trailer. Definitely, Allory, watch it on your television. Okay. Turn that nice James Gunn music up. Pretty funny. I thought it was hilarious. I watched it twice. I will let you know that one of our Harley Quinn favorites, King Shark, is in it.
Nice. I saw that. I saw a spoiler about something he does in the trailer that people are like, well, that's setting the tone.
And nice note, he will be voiced by Sylvester Stallone. Oh. What else? I don't think there's anything else big that dropped. Here we go. Let's just give this nugget to Allory before we leave. We're getting close to the hour. Here we go, Allory. Let's just go ahead and play it.
So good.
Take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand.
This theme song.
I don't care. I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me. Take me out to the black. Tell them I ain't coming back. Burn the land and boil the sea. You can't take the sky from me. There's no place I can be since I found serenity. You can't take the sky from me.
Goosebumps.
If you were to ask me my two least favorite films or genres of film, it would be sci-fi and Western.
Oh my God. It's so good. Has such a good cast.
You can't tell me that you've never have you ever seen a good Western? Like, have you seen Tombstone?
No.
Oh God,
I've seen that one with I've seen Hidalgo.
No.
Because I went through a big Viggo Mortensen phase after Lord of the Rings.
Right. Can't wait for Batman. Really looking forward to that movie. Yes. Somehow we inkle in a way to talk about Pattinson's Batman every week, it seems like. Yes. I'm all on board for Pattinson's Batman. As soon as that Nirvana hit in that trailer, I was down. Hidalgo. Silverado. There it is. Is that a thing? Or is it just a truck?
I don't know what that is.
Is that a real question?
Okay. I don't know.
I like Westerns. I do.
Oh, it's so good, Allory. It's so good. Just one episode and tell us if you liked it or not. We won't even ask you to watch the rest of it. Just watch one.
Just
and
one.
if you aren't soul bound to watch the other 12, then that's fine. Silverado. It's a movie Western. Oh, okay. I'm not aware of it. I am now.
I literally thought you were joking when you made the truck comment.
I didn't know it was a thing. Just one episode. And mind you, it was on Fox, so it's like an hour on Fox, so it's only like 42 minutes.
Yeah.
So you gotta throw commercials in there. And it's on Hulu.
And
it's so good. It's phenomenal.
Once I finish my run with RuPaul,
I
only have like 2 seasons left. I can knock out a season in a day. It's only 9.
But are you intending on watching anytime soon?
After I finish RuPaul.
I'm talking about RuPaul.
RuPaul's on my TV paused right now.
I was watching it when you interrupted me. Yeah, Silverado's a good one.
Danny Glover and
if
Kevin
we're
Costner.
dropping our favorite Westerns, True Grit is the close second to Tombstone.
I haven't seen that. I know Haley Steinfeld was in it though, right?
Yes.
I really like
the
her.
remake, yes.
Yeah, I think like Hidalgo is probably the only one I've seen. I've seen Young Guns. Does that count?
That counts.
Yeah.
We'll count it.
Okay.
310 to Yuma. I enjoyed it.
I think I saw that.
Christian Bale, yeah.
Yeah.
And Russell Crowe.
Yep.
I feel like
no, I don't think there's any other big nerd news that came out. No, don't get me wrong. I am super pumped for the Scream movie. Let's see. What's dropped on here?
Back to the Future.
Big.
I have not seen Back to the Future 3.
I'm not a Back
I've
to
only
the
seen
Future
the first
fan.
2. I saw the first 2. I had not seen them until I started dating Tim, so we watched them maybe 3 or 4 years ago. We watched the first 2. They were all right. I think that's one of those things, if you don't grow up watching it, it's like, because like I have not seen,
I'll give you that.
Well, I hadn't seen Nightmare Before Christmas until I was like 23, so I was like, yeah, it's all right. But there are a lot of people who are like diehard, like still 30 years old and wearing Nightmare Before Christmas t-shirts.
I do
you mean like
retract.
us with Laura's New Groove?
I will die.
Get her, Laura. I will retract my statement. I will retract my statement because they want this Scream 5 in theaters. No, because January 14th, 2022, it will be 25 years to the day that Scream, the original Scream, was released. That is the reason why. That will be the reason why. Also, 45 days after it's released in the theaters, Scream will go to the Paramount streaming service.
Because you know what else is on Paramount Plus?
They are the sister,
Yellowstone with Kevin Costner.
They are the sister company.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Good
That's
Lord.
what I'm streaming through right now. Because they didn't have seasons 8, 9, and 10 on Hulu, so I had to get another streaming service to finish it.
Paramount makes some like great shows, though.
I am excited.
I had it before because I streamed soccer games through there. But if you have Paramount Plus, watch Why Women Kill.
Oh, I want to watch
It's only 10 episodes. It's so freaking good.
I want to see that. Yeah.
Lucy Liu, Jennifer Goodwin. Oh my god, so good. And it's like it tells all of these women live in the same house, but they're in different decades. So we see Jennifer Goodwin's character like in the 60s, so she's like the traditional housewife. And then Lucy Liu is in the 80s. And then we have a modern day throuple living in the house currently.
Love me a good throuple.
All we know, and they have, oh my god, the intro is so cool, like the opening theme song. And then they keep doing these little throwback opening scenes that are amazing. Like that will kind of hint to what's coming, but all we know is that this house has seen 3 different murders, like throughout different families living there. And that's really all you know. So good.
Could you
10 out of 10.
call it a murder house then?
You could indeed.
It was a fact that both the creators from Ready or Not wanted to bring Samara Weaving on for Scream 5, but she was also had conflicts with schedules because she's filming a movie called 9 Perfect Strangers. I would have enjoyed
Oh, I read that book
She's filming that.
by Leanne Moriarty.
And of course, this will be the first Scream film not directed by Wes Craven. Oh, last note before I go. I had this on my phone. Joe Hill. We like Joe Hill on the show. We like Lock and Key, and of course he has his imprint. Yeah, we like Nosferatu, and of course he has his imprint with DC Comics, the Hill House comics. This Halloween, he will be dropping all of his Series 1 books, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all 6 in a collective box set of the Hill House comics.
Oh, cool.
That'll be very nice.
Look forward to that.
Other than that, I really don't have anything else, guys. I have to start taking things off the wall and packing up statues.
Next time we'll see you, you'll have a different background.
I'll probably be in a hotel waiting to get in my house.
That sucks.
Yeah, it blows. Especially with pets and kids and my wife. I'm buying it. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. That's all 6 of his books in a box set.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I'm down. I'll snag it too because I read.
Hey, what was the one you told me that was Jen's favorite? Like his novel that I should read? When we talked about like how after I read Nosferatu, you told me one and I couldn't remember the name of it.
Heart-shaped box.
Okay.
Heart-shaped box. Yeah. Other Nirvana. There it is.
I was going to say, just think Nirvana. I'll remember.
Yeah. There it is. Where you going, Chris? I'm going to SIL, man. I'm gonna be an AIT instructor. It's my time. Well, ladies, I will be in touch. And thanks for spending your Sunday morning with me.
Yeah, we look forward to being
here.
Yeah. Maybe I'll be in the house by then too.
Here it is.
Yeah.
And we'll come back and we'll knock out these horror movie lead ladies and get that done with. See, Brian already knows. Big oof. Yeah, Oklahoma sucks. But until next time, as always, I'm Chris.
I'm Allory, and this is Lou.
And I'm Laura.
I like Lou.
I like Lou.
He's blind in one eye.
He's the best.
Aww.
He is. He's the best. So he can't really jump.
Real nice to you.
Him. Oh, I found him when he was like 3 weeks old, so he is very clingy to me.
Is that right?
I've got one of those.
Yep, we sit like this every single day.
Oh, my wife would kill for that. All right, guys. Until next time, I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for commenting. Mom, Brian, appreciate you guys. But we'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to others, and we'll see you when we see you.